Hey guys, welcome to the channel, thank you for tuning in. I'm ThatHiGamer, your friendly neighbourhood stoner, bringing you stone tips, tricks and tutorials. Let's chill out, let's light up, and let's take a look at today's video, shall we? Hey guys, and welcome to episode 2 of my Rust Smart Living series. Today's episode is going to be a long one, so get comfy. I'm going to break down each electrical component for you, along with their stats, research cost, build cost, workbench level and power statistics. I will also have added information on screen for each component, so feel free to pause at any time to see more detail. I've got a coffee, I've rolled, let's get straight into it, survivors. Basics first, connectivity, the wire tool. The wire tool will connect your various power devices and contraptions. There are cable length limits, so pause to read on screen for more detail. Holding R while having this tool equipped also allows you to change the colour of the wire. This is very handy for tidy cable management. The start of any power circuit is generation, and of course the ability to store that power. This section will cover the large solar panel, the wind turbine, small, medium and large batteries, and the portable generator. The solar panel is a cheap and early game way to generate power, but only really useful in smaller circuits due to the lack of power generated. It must be placed in direct sunlight. This can be connected direct to powered items or to batteries to charge them, and of course they only work in the day. Turbines. Wind turbines provide electricity from, well, the wind. Who'd have guessed it, eh? They can be placed on the ground or roofs, then hooked up to batteries or directly to other components and generate electricity day and night. The amount of electricity generated varies depending on the amount of wind there is. There is also a higher chance of wind at higher elevations. Batteries. The small, medium and large batteries all work in the same way. The only difference being the amount of power they can hold and the amount they can output. Large batteries tend to be used to power your main base, while smaller ones may power individual items, turrets for example. The generator runs on low-grade fuel and can be used for portable or temporary power generation. I like to use them to power turrets on a raid base. Now let's look at how to control our power. This section will cover switches, pressure plates, laser detectors, timers and buttons. Switches. Well, not much to say is there really. It's a switch. It goes on, it goes off. A pressure plate is like a button that's activated when stepped on. This will allow power to pass through to activate a door or trap or whatever contraption you come up with. Lasers. Laser detectors work by passing power when the beam is broken by a player. When the beam is not blocked, power will not pass. A timer switch will pass power for a set duration. These are useful for traps and security systems. A button works like a timer, but the duration cannot be set. These will briefly pass power to an object when the button is pressed. So now we have the basics, let's try and apply some smarter ways of working using more logical components. This section will cover the AND switch, blocker, counter, memory cell, OR switch and the XOR switch. The AND switch has 2 inputs and 1 output. This will only allow power to pass through if both inputs are powered. Blocker has 2 inputs and 1 output, a primary and a secondary input. Using the secondary input, power can be blocked from passing through when the secondary input receives power. This is a great way of creating systems like automatic lighting. The counter can display power being passed through, or set to count upwards and only allow power through when the target value has been reached. I personally like to use these to show the pass-through of power when combined with power branches. The OR switch will allow power to pass through if either input receives power. If both inputs have power, the output will be equal to the larger of the 2 inputs. The XOR switch allows power to pass through only if one input receives power. If both inputs receive power, it will block all power pass through. Now let's take a look at some miscellaneous helpful items. This final section covers splitters, door controllers, electrical branches, root combiners, HB/HF sensors and RAND switches. The splitter has one input and three outputs. The amount of power output is equal to the amount provided divided by the amount of output used. So if you input in 100 and you plug two things into it, they both get 50. If you plug three things in, they both get 33. Use these wisely, only ideal when powered from a branch to distribute equal power to several items, such as CCTV cameras. When activated, the door controller will reverse the current state of the door it's linked to. To link, the door must be unlocked. If you're linking these to a garage or a ladder hatch, it must also be open. The electrical branch. This is one of my favourite components and will be featured heavily in my videos. These are great for accurate and conservative power distribution. These will split power into two outputs. One output is customisable on how much power it will take and can be set between 1 and 10 million. The root combiner combines two power sources into one single output, useful for combining together low energy batteries or solar panels to produce a higher output. A way of sensing the presence of others. The heartbeat, breathing, humidity and footstep sensor, or the HB/HF for short, is triggered when anyone in direct line of sight shows up within 20 meters where it is placed. Configured with a hammer, it can be set to go off when authorized or unauthorized people are in range. This allows for multiple uses, from sounding the alarm when intruders are about, to automatically turning the lights on when teammates arrive home. The RAND switch does exactly what it sounds like. When current runs through, it randomly chooses between true or false. Although the practical uses for this switch may elude you at first, it does open up some interesting possibilities for traps, contests and games. Well, that's all for today's video, survivors. I hope to see you on the next one. If you liked this video or found it helpful and wish to follow the series, please hit the like and subscribe button now. I'm a new YouTuber, just trying to share the love, man, and any support is greatly appreciated. Also, if you'd like to be involved in the series or join the server, I play on UK RustyUnited, which is a 5-time solo duo trio server. We have some amazing custom plugins, some custom maps, and an awesome growing community. Link is in the description below. Till next time, stay stoned, survivors, and hope to see you on the next video.